It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk true to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo touchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun Diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, and in the touchlight every corner, Maiyegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun Diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make you shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun Diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Maiyegun Live. Eku ọjọ́ mẹ́ta, eku 3 days. I have been off and on this platform, especially this month, and you probably could tell why. I'm missing out. You are missing out every episode that every moment that Maiyegun is not live. However, every time we have to spend together as well is much cherished. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. I am just going to give you some gist. Some of you have possibly been, you've seen, or maybe not. Share the broadcast. You are all welcome to the Temple of Truth. The Temple of Truth, where sometimes or even most times the truth can be very, very inconvenient, or let's say uncomfortable. But it is still has to be said. And saying them is just to help those that can be easily deceived, manipulated, or even blackmailed to do the bidding of the establishment. So this is something that we can call mental gymnastic, where you get to know that at least you won't have to put your trust or any kind of expectation in the words of rogues that you know better. So with that, you can possibly, or it makes it easier for you or for all of us to channel our energy, you know what I mean, like our resources, our thoughts and everything towards something that we believe with dedication and then a commitment is more profitable than the words of criminal politicians. So in the temple of truth, it cuts across. It's like the same sword. It cuts across all lies. And we are all willing and we stand to be corrected wherever we go wrong as well. But that is a reality where people could say, oh, that what you said there is wrong. No. It is mostly about how you said it. That's one thing on MaiyegunsDiary Politico that has made so many people so uncomfortable. They won't disprove what they hear or see on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, but they are much concerned. You know, like, I don't like how you said it. You could have said it, you could have said it better. I mean, you could have delivered what you wanted to say without saying it, without being constant, all that stuff. We call those people the politically correct people. I don't respect them, but I acknowledge them because over time, I have realized that the system, which actually is what made many of us, some of us just turned their rebels against a system that we are supposed to be so obedient to, loyal to, and then possibly die miserably into as well. So there are those who believe that, we can, you know what I mean? Like trying to tell a lie. Tell a lie by trying to make it half true. They will say, well, it's not completely a lie. You can say it's half truth. So people who are comfortable with half truth are always having problem. They've always had problem with me or on this platform, not because of what we do, but they have problems with how we say them. They want us to be diplomatic, even though some feel like we are like a medium as well. Some felt like we should be more firebrand, like that's okay. Maybe we should date me too. But if you take all this out, MaiyegunsDiary Politico is a place where you can actually be on your own, listen, 15-20 minutes, right? And then you just realize that your thinkings, your thoughts are just going to be taken to a different level on your own. No, nobody's there based on what you hear on MaiyegunsDiary Politico that you can go and ruminate over. So I am not doing this because I want you to be my friend or I want to be the good person, nice person. I haven't been out to be that person to you. So we call this platform the Temple of Truth, a place where you can say citizens gather to express how they truly feel about the rigged system that has kept millions and generations in poverty, and they will do more. So when we see reactions to show to you that you could take them up and take them down only if you know why and how. First, you have to know who you are taking down. So all of these are the complicated part of it that we do our best on MaiyegunsDiary Politico to untangle. Anyway, enough said. Let me give you a few announcements before we get fully into this tonight. And thank you very much, by the way, for joining me. And I hope the audio is still perfect. The picture is still clearer on your screen or your device. So we plan on this platform to reach out to 500 families in Yoruba land before the end of the year. So I am happy to tell you, even before we even make any payment, right? We have a member of this platform who is very, very important to us now. We know better. So he's been doing the background work for us to make sure that whatever it is going to take, right, this is a success, like many other things we've actually ventured into, especially in 2022. So on this note, we have made available the first tranche of our money. 2 million naira has been made available, okay, to cover the first tranches of procurement that we are going to eventually bag, and then, get to take to our people as planned. So on that, we plan that this week we'll make another tranche of fund available that will cover, the balance, and then that will cover the logistics, including those who are going to volunteer to help us make this work. So all of these are being put into the work right now. And I believe that by tomorrow, we should probably have 90% of all we need, which means we are almost ready. And you can volunteer too. If you are in any part of Yoruba land right now watching me, right, there will be a number or even numbers that you can reach out to or contact to say, oh, if you are coming to my state, I am willing to help. Just let me know when you are coming to our own place. Then I am willing to mobilize and help. So the team will be so happy or glad. They will be glad to hear that. That is on that. And then congratulations to Argentina that just won the World Cup after 36 years. Isn't that amazing? So I grew up loving Messi personally, and life happened. I couldn't keep up anymore. But for this one, I was able to actually see the part of the whole thing. So, which means a lot of people actually, sort of plugged in to see the final today. I didn't see much of it until when I saw Kolu that tweeted this. I was like, wait till they shell. What's going on? So Kolu tweeted Messi to say, Milokan of Doha. Sure you get, and they, Photoshop the whole thing to his head, Tinubu's art, and this seems to have been in circulation for a while, but somehow, yeah, it fitting into the Kolu's agenda, and he tweeted this. I was like, oh my. So while I was like also, surfing the internet as well, I came across this. I was like, oh my God. So people are like reacting. You get what I mean? I think this was before the match. Unfortunately, the obedient did this. Sure you get. And I think others who are like PD, APC, or what are they called? They did this. So it was more or less like their own reaction to the World Cup today, just like everyone else all over the world. So congratulations to Argentina, and Lionel Messi is now probably should be the undisputable GOAT. I think so many people are beginning to agree that this argument of who is the GOAT or who is not can finally be laid to rest after today. I don't think so, right? Just like redesign or recoloring Naira, it's never going to change the value. Recoloring it, it's never dipping it into the tie and die. Is never going to change the value. Guess what? The first week that the new Nigeria notes, the newly repainted Nigeria notes, first week on the streets, Baba, the shege started probably from the entrance of the bank. But somehow, this is the reality after a week. Those first batch of Nigeria Naira notes that came out. So they are already seeing the shege that a lot of you have been going through. Some would say this is abuse of money. And I was like, okay, maybe that is why Emefiole is devising different means, right, to make it look like, he is planning to save the Naira by taking it out of, by recoloring it and taking it out of the circulation, and then giving you a plastic card, including your grandma in the village. The Okada rider that when you bump on when you jump on a ride, you have to have this cash. Do you get that? Now Nigeria is a cash economy whereby Emefiole want to run cashless. That is baseless. God help the future Naira notes that are going to also have to face the shege that is permanent in Nigeria. Kolu President Kolu. Now, let me say something quickly before we delve fully into this tonight. How many of you heard that they stoned Kolu in Minna? How many? Now, not that it will really matter in the scheme of things for those who have been following or those who are the student of Nigeria political drama for years now. Somebody like myself, things like this, they don't eventually come to, but there are some significance in them that we must also point out in this conversation. But before we delve into that, let me say something to you watching me right now. There are some things that they are facts until they are no longer, sometimes, right? They say we do things because whatever we do, they will end up, right? Either making history or ending up in the trash can of history that nobody will remember. Do you get that now? Now, there are some certain things that are facts about Nigeria, no matter which side of the coin you are. Are you with me? Number one, as bad as they have mismanaged Nigeria, as corrupt as they have wrecked the value of Nigeria, there is one thing that you must always remember. As of today, Nigeria is still officially seen and recognized as the biggest black nation on earth. Now, the nations where they inside Nigeria, they try to tell the world that they enforce us here to make this whatever facts you want to present. If you ask us if we want to be here, maybe all of us won't be here. That is a different, that's called alternative facts. But the major one is that now being that big over time has made so many friendly, unfriendly countries, regimes all over the world to become stakeholders in that Nigeria. Therefore, when you are in the, when you are in that determined spirit to say, we are living, don't forget that you are not saying we are living to Bokwari or another Aboki, your friend, or your not so friendly friends in northern Nigeria, your fellow one Nigerianist, it's not going to be just them determining it. So when you say that you have to factor all of that in, the interest that is not yours in any way. We all know that. The second fact is this. If you want to uproot the ruling party all over the world, are you with me? We are going to chase you. We are going to end it. It is beyond go and get your PVC that they are telling you right now. And as of today, APC, Egbekegbe, they are not in any way preparing for elections. They are preparing, right, to ensure that whatever you think you might want to do, they are 5-10 steps ahead of you, and they will damn it even if they have to shoot all of you on the streets. They are not preparing for election. They are preparing for the threats of destabilization, of war that will come after this old charade that they have dragged you into. But the question is, as you are saying it to yourself repeatedly, now only when they rig, then go remain. Now, only when they do this or that, and Kolu will never be your president. The point here is this. Are you actually sure that you have what it takes to actually stop them? It's a personal question there. to dethrone Goodluck Egbere Jonathan, do you think it's because Jonathan was soft? Do you really think APC Egbekegbe was that so loved? And because you were shouting change, February, that was what ended PDP. Do you actually believe that? You will be too naive or ignorant to believe that. There are many things. Some of them I'll point out to you. It is called establishment. It doesn't matter who is in charge. That is one thing you have to know when you are dealing with Nigeria and Nigeria politicians. It is beyond what you see on the surface. And some of you do know, or you probably don't understand how significant they are. When they started with Goodluck Egbere Jonathan, right? They started with the recruitment of a terrorist. They camped them. They trained them. They gave them all the logistics, the resources they needed, right? Before they did that, they've already infiltrated the military, infiltrated the police, the DSS, or everything that has to do with the security apparatus is under Goodluck Egbere Jonathan. They've already been infiltrated. They were already in on it. He was preparing for election. They were preparing for a takeover. They were preparing for him to say, to finally see that they've rigged. I mean, they've gotten him. Then they wanted him to react so that they can just give him. They said they would give him backgo treatment. You know what backgo treatment was? I'll tell you. So it was like a total takeover. What they needed was just an opportunity to finally, right, hang him in the public opinion, including the opinion of the international communities. The terrorists who are going to carry out all the terror are there. Those who are supposed to counter them, right? Or supposedly those who are supposed to detect them, their job to detect such movement and such mobilization, they chose not to. Do you think that was a coincidence? Do you believe that? To the point that his own party chairman became a member of the entire conspiracy. And the man himself came out and he said, Boko Haram have taken over his own government. They laughed at him, but he was saying the truth. It wasn't just, it wasn't about him. It was about that power. And him being there is the symbol of that power. And that is something they couldn't wait for any longer. You remember that? Today in Nigeria, majority of you have seen the shege that APC, Egbekegbe, including those who are like members of the APC, Egbekegbe themselves, they are not spared. But here is the point. They have bragged openly that they have the money, they have the power, they control here and there, which is true. So the point here is that if you now do what you think you want to do, which some of the stages they have already been placed in anyway, you are preparing for election, Abi. They are preparing for a new takeover to take you to where you are likely never going to return. A journey of no return. Now, like I said, it doesn't matter who is in charge. But something happened. And what was that? They, in their desperation, in their I don't care way, as divided as Nigeria has become, right? They gave no damn about anybody. They still went on to choose Muslim tickets, because those who are really going to unleash the violence that is going to consume some of you who are like probably not prepared as well, they have to placate them with religion and then explain it away. Now, as that is creating its own sort of chaos here and there, and they are doing their best to try to like blindside the whole thing until you wake up one morning and they'll tell you, call Luis your president-elect. So they invited him somewhere, and it was there to Minna. Prior to that, remember that I was in Kaduna. In Kaduna, where El Rufaya has already, right, destroyed half of the entire space that make up Kaduna today. go to Kaduna South. Long story, you know the story. But they still tend to like, it's about the establishment. It is about them. But they just have to give you something that make it look like it could still be about you if you can trust them more. But then that, right? A sick man to take over from another sick man to rule over a sick nation obviously can never be in the interest of any of you. So yeah, they went back to Minna, where the clerics organized a massive prayer, prayer stuff, right? And Kolu was invited, just like Obi. When you see Obi, when you see these mega churches and their different programs in the last couple of weeks, hang on. In the last couple of weeks, yeah. And Obi has been like grazing so many of them with thunderous applauses from the audiences, which has also riled the camp of the Agbadomites themselves by claiming that if there's any national crusade anywhere, it's possibly for Obi. But yeah, that's what happened in Minna too. Everybody's riding on that because that's exactly where this is going. You are not ready for it. So Tomina, where Kolu was earlier before the stoning. Watch this. Here is another one. Here you go. But it's being popped up to appear in most places. So he probably had no clue what the guy was saying, but he was there and he believed that they are saying something nice about him. In fact, let me see where I got that closer shot. Okay, look at this one. So everything was well, fine. At a point, I actually felt like I was sleeping. Like, guy, I beg, hurry up, Jari, all this thing, hurry up, eh? So if you want to wake him up, just probably say, Jagaban. Let's say, Jagaban. Everybody vote for Jagaban. Jagaban. Oh, broom. Broom, 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 broom. Broom, 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 broom. And that's where people feel like, God knows the amount of dosage of these injections that they are giving to him just to keep him awake like that until he will just go straight into the oblivion. You won't see him anymore, like you don't see Bokwari anymore. And some are saying like, why is Bokwari not leading the campaign anymore, by the way? Remember that Bokwari said he was going to lead the whole thing. Where is Bokwari? Why is he not? Okay, I don't know. Pastor Ruga has been excused. They said Pastor Ruga will be in charge of government and Bokwari will be leading him. But I've never seen Bokwari. Have you seen him with Tinubu? Anyway, that's just on the side. And I think when they were leaving the venue, you know what I mean now? There was this guy who happened to be their governorship candidate. Niger State, correct me if I'm wrong. Niger State in Nigeria is being ruled by APC, Egbekegbe. And in Niger State today, over 700 communities across the local government areas in the state are now being controlled by terrorists with tens of thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands of people displaced, now living in either neighboring states, in refugee camps, or in their own state capital. Some were even like, they had to troop to the palace of the emir of Minna, the state capital, from their different communities. The place is ruled by the APC, So I don't know. So I don't know why they have to like do this after all that prayers. Or maybe these are the ones who didn't gain access to the center. They started shouting, Bamayi, 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 we don't want Olopa mako everybody ni. Now that kind of one you go call Omo Olopa mako everybody ni. Now police go carry everybody. I don't understand. People they exchange blow because they won't stop car. They want what's happen. Now guys, take it easy. Now APC now. Come on. Say Tinubu, say Baba. Maiyegun shut up. Bamayi, Bamayi, Bamayi. Not if nobody the stone, so Bama, kilo de calm down now. Which level now? Whether you like it or not, Tinubu will become your president. That's what one moron will tell you. Do you think you are doing anybody? You're not doing anybody. Somebody the whole knife. Say, watch me, oh. I'm going to show you that I am very smart than many. I mean, I'm smarter than many of you. And to show that to you, to punish all of you, what would you do? You just laugh and say, hey, go ahead. Do it. Just don't turn around later and then say, you are handicapped because people don't tell you, say, may you stop. You should have told me not to cut off my hand. I thought if I cut off this hand, I'm going to hurt all of you. You're not going to hurt anybody but yourselves. But it is always ideal to understand how much of this self-destruction you are about to inflict on yourself. Understanding is so important so that when the consequences of your action comes, my dear brothers and sisters, my dear brethren, you will not have to direct the blame to anywhere else but yourself. Maybe when you begin to take responsibility for your actions and not blame God or devil, maybe that mental revolution that people have been talking about will begin to take place or manifest in many, many of us. Mental revolution. We need a revolution to free ourselves from this slave. I said, free yourselves from yourselves first. You don't understand that. The day you begin to tell yourself the truth and not living off the truth of others. I'm talking about truth, not just your truth. It's like, it's liberating, honestly. And the feeling is different. Contentment. And it kind of make you look so matured as well. If you want to liberate, if you want to say, oh, we need to liberate ourselves, Baba, liberate yourself first. Liberate yourself from the mental slavery. Liberate yourself from your mental prejudices. Liberate yourself from other prejudices or biases that have beclouded your sense of reasoning enough to now, to be able to actually help others and say, yeah, now. So you're not hurting anybody, even Atifku's wife. All I see is that so many of them are so confused, but sometimes they are not. When you change like a chameleon, that could change color, like camouflage anytime, camouflage this to that. At some point, you're going to probably lose track of who you are. And I think that's exactly what happened to Atifku's wife, where she was talking to the people to support her husband, who is the presidential candidate of the people destroying people or the people deceiving people. They said, no, now slip of tongue. I say, you have what do they call them? Gerontocrats. Gerontocrats. Sincerely speaking, did I hear that word there? Right or wrong? I just believe that they are talking about old, hag, corrupt criminals, but active in politics. My own definition. If it's not the same, it will be close to it. Or kleptocrats. Kleptocrats are just, it's just the combination of the words, a part of the words from kleptomaniac and then, what's that one again? Diplomat or something, whatever. But I they call them kleptocrats. But they don't make mistakes. It is their world. And the sleep is not a sleep if you have a chance of correcting yourself without having to use that same sleep in the same sentence, adjoining and added, you know that stuff. Now, they put on the uniform they want you to put on. To them, it's all the same. Maybe it's a sleep anyway. What is this to you?
that 25th of February, everybody should come. If you have not collected your PVC, you go and collect your PVC. Get it ready. 25th of February, we should vote APC. APC, they promised to do so many things for the country, but we can see ourselves now the way we.
Madam. So they said it's asleep. Maybe it is. Just same way your naira sleep and continue to sleep away from you. They've given you many reasons why your naira will continue to crash. In fact, if you want to understand why Nigeria economy is tumbling, why the naira is crashing, you are going to hear it from the professional politicians who can turn to doctors if they want to tell you about healthcare. They can turn to lawyers if they want to talk about lawmaking. They can turn to professionals when they are talking about construction. They can turn to anything because they are professional criminals. Are you with me? Emefiole. I don't know how many of you still remember that Emefiole actually ran to be ran as one of the presidential aspirants. Emefiole bought 100 million naira APC presidential form. Emefiole commissioned cars that are branded with his picture and everything. Central Bank Governor of Nigeria. Emefiole defended his right to run for any office if he wants to. Emefiole has done so much. But guess what? He is the Central Bank of Nigeria. Let me give you some of them. When they came in 2015, prior to that, Emefiole, who was appointed as Central Bank Governor of Nigeria by Goodluck Jonathan. So when APC, Egbekegbe, came in and they started telling us about Jonathan Atifu, this guy supposed, you know what I mean? You know the old drama when they came in, including this Dasuki Gates. Now, short story. They said $2 billion was shared to the friends of Jonathan by Dasuki. Now, the way APC, Egbekegbe, the way Layamo and the rest, the way they made it look was that bag of $2 billion was inside the room of Dasuki. And everybody is just going there to take a turn to what? To collect their own money from it. But what they didn't tell you, or part of what they left out, was that Dasuki, being the national security advisor to Jonathan, was said to have his boss, Jonathan's permission to supervise Jonathan's security votes, which were paid in dollars. Guess where that bank or the account is domiciled? Central Bank of Nigeria. So this is what happened. Whenever Dasuki, after the approval of Jonathan, whenever Dasuki want to draw money from the accounts, he will write a note or a memo that will be delivered directly to the Central Bank Governor, Godwin Emefiele. Now, Emefiele would then have to process out that money, whether they wanted the money in dollars or they wanted the money in naira. How do they want the money? In cash or in transfer? Where do they want the money to go to? And all the paperwork, Emefiele will do them. So within a space of 9 months, starting from August 2014, they started drawing money from there, including the one they drawn to prosecute the rigging of Fayoshe's election in Ekiti at the time, if you remember. Now, fast forward this. By the time APC, Egbekegbe came in, they have drawn over $2 billion, processed, approved, and delivered by Emefiole. A part of that money, Obasanjo collected. Yeah, they don't tell you. Bokwari collected first. He collected over 500 million naira that was said to be used to procure for him 2 bulletproof SUV vehicles after the attack on him in Kaduna, Zaria then. Remember that attack, The one that he came out of his car and he walked about the scene of his attack. Then people came out to say, Baba, then went back into his car and he drove off. That cost Nigeria 500 million naira in 2 SUV car and vehicles and a follow-up cash of $300,000 cash delivered in cash to Bokwari himself. So when they started doing all the probe and all of that, and they started picking people who collected money, Femi Foni Kayode, Musili Obanikoro, Ruben Abati, Baba Olufalaye, they were picking everybody's name everywhere, group, organization, political party, we collected money. They said Dasuki, in public, they said Dasuki's scandal was actually money meant to buy arms and ammunition to fight Boko Haram. Remember, that was the story, Abi? And that was why so many people felt like these people should be jailed, they should be killed, these people are enemy. Thank you, thank God, say I voted change. But that's actually not the story I want to tell you. It's just a bit of a ingredient that make up the whole story of what later happened. So what happened? They were picking people who collected money. Dasuki has used the money for weapons as election money. He has to pay for it. Meanwhile, as they were picking people up, Emefiole kept his job. Another person that kept his job, not only kept his job, he got promoted and he became notorious, a murderer, Buratai the Butcher. These were people who were supposed to be, if indeed the probe was about arms deal or arms money that they stole, Goodluck Egbere Jolantan will be in chain and in jail. Sure you get, because he approved every penny that Dasuki shared to his cronies and his friends and all of them. Sure you get. So, and Bokwari himself would have to return everything they gave to him, including the cash. But they were not doing all of that because of them. They were readjusting and making that a distraction to what they will eventually perpetuate, what will eventually put Nigeria in that spot, the poverty capital of the world. The journey towards the poverty capital of the world is what I'm just telling you right now. They kept Emefiole. And many of those they said they arrested at the time, they are mostly part of APC, Egbekegbe today. In fact, there are those who are now sanctimonizing about how APC, Egbekegbe will make your life better. But guess what? Buratai the Butcher became the chief of army staff instead of being in jail. According to their record, when Dasuki was NSA to Jonathan, Buratai the Butcher, for the army, it was the itinerary officer, the person that would say we have so weapon in our armory and where the weapons they, which of our weapons have we used, where did we use them? People where they keep record, like a record office for the military. And in their record, Buratai the Butcher was actually marking that Nigeria under Jonathan, they were supplying enough weapons. They were buying, you know what I mean? So the fraud there was that as they kept Dasuki in jail, they promoted Buratai the Butcher. And it was after that we realized that Buratai the Butcher, soldier, officer in Nigerian army, itinerary officer, is so rich that he procured 2 choice, big property, expensive properties for his 2 wives in Dubai, when he's managing the armory of Nigeria. Are you getting all of that yet? No? Don't worry, you'll get it. So he got promoted. So what happened to the Nigerian military after him? The Boko Haram escalated. Fulani terrorists, they joined. Now we have array of terrorists and terrorism all over Nigeria because Buratai the Butcher was actually not there to combat terrorism. He was there to do a job, and he did his job, and he got rewarded. For those they targeted and those they intentionally wanted to wipe out, they ensured that the state sanctioned their massacre killings took place under this Boko Haram's government too. And he's not held responsible. In the daylight in Abuja, they massacred over 80 people. The Shiite in Abuja, shooting, wherever they record. Buratai the Butcher. They killed over 1,400 people in an operation that lasted for 48 hours in Zaria, killing 1,480 something people in 2 days in Zaria, the Shiites. So he did all they wanted him to do. When he was done, they shifted him straight to Benin Republic as an ambassador, Nigeria ambassador to Benin Republic. Now let's come back to Emefiole, the man that is helping to save your Naira. Emefiole was part of those who celebrated that they are rebasing Nigeria. Oh, they were rebasing Nigeria economy. Good luck, Jonathan. Nigeria economy is now over $500 billion, and then it's got the asset that is worth over 500 trillion. No, that nonsense, But they were actually like feeling good. If you look back today, you probably would love to go back to that, no matter how much you are lying to yourself. No matter what happened, Buhari's failure can never be compared to Jonah. They play, just they play. You get? Just they play. Right? Emefiole, who was part of that? Who was part of the Nigeria economists too? That were selling, they were processing the crude oil, the Nigerian petrol at 87 naira per liter. Exchanging your naira to dollar. Official rate of 145 naira. Black market rate of 200 naira to $1. That's Emefiole. Is now supervising the recoloring of Naira. But there's something they did to Naira that you must remember. It's called round tripping. You see, round tripping, what happened was that when Boko Haram came in, Owudon Hama. You see, when we were growing up, you see that's what they call Shakpa today. 10 years ago, 8 years ago, they were called Owu. You see, Owu they wire me. Owu they worry me. Now Owu they worry you. Today na Shakpa you they call them. Majority of these miscreants, terrorists in Babariga, bunch of manipulators and criminals, economic wreckers, in different with Queen's English. They were as poor as how many of you are today. Some of you look at yourself and say, come be like say me and poverty we be roommates, yeah. Life hard though. If I see my life, come be like say me and poverty will be roommates too. Like in reality, telling yourself, these were those guys. That's the place they were. The place that millions of you are today in Nigeria, putting your hand in your pocket, nothing. But politics in Nigeria is actually a business. It's a job. Some of you haven't realized that. That is why when they tell you something, you believe them. When they say something to you, you hope on it. Then you begin to pray for them. You can't be that daft all the time every year. This bunch of opportunists. The moment you gave them that key, or more jihadist fellow Ferrari, jihadist with private jets. There's nothing bad in that. How do we get that to happen? They say it's no hard. Just submit your name, make them put your name down. There's something that's going to happen to Naira very soon. Nigerians go pay, and you are paying, and you will still continue to pay. Round tripping. I said that, I spoke about this years ago. I remember, and I will never stop talking about it. Because at the time, I was using what would come, what was happening to what will later come. Round tripping. Guess who first told us about it? Sanusi Lamido Sanusi. the Emirate referee, Lamido Sanusi, came out and said, they don't finish you now. You are going to enter recession and you are never going to come out of it. What they are doing is that Nigeria depends on importation of everything, almost everything, to run their country. Right? Politicians will tell you, once they come to power, they are going to do this, they are going to do that, so that the people will stop importation, create jobs in Nigeria, real job. No, that's a lie. They don't even have any thought or capacity to do that. Do you understand that now? But they will say it to them, we are going to stop this. Now, to get things, to be able to import anything to Nigeria, wherever you have to go to, you would have to get to to transact in their own currency, which means you have to do so via your central bank, your bank, or any other third party. However, you're going to get it. That is what gave birth to multiple, triple, quadruple, multiple exchange rates. And there is no country that runs multiple exchange rates that will be successful economically. I have checked all over the place. You can't be going through what you are going through in Nigeria and conveniently think it's all right to continue to run and Nigeria cannot survive because they cannot survive without running. They cannot survive running centralized, coordinated exchange rate, which will then make it easier for everybody to go to the same source for whatever you are looking for. There is no third party or anything. That should be the job of government. That should be the job of the central bank, making sure that everything that could create third party exchanges is going to create the death knell of your currency. And once your currency is dead on his knee, Baba, you go to work, you walk. The same work you are doing in Nigeria. Somebody else, the one you are doing in Nigeria, and you are working like dead, is the same thing somebody else is doing somewhere else. Not as bad as others you are, but the rewards are different. Have you asked yourselves why? Your currency. It's got something to back it. The moment they came to power, they attacked that source, and that is your oil, your crude oil. So when your central bank want to help your currency, they will do everything in their power to make sure that you don't have multiple exchange rate of because if your business, your economy depends on the access to that forex, it simply means you are doomed, you are done for. But when these guys came in, instead of helping to curb these multiple exchange platforms, you know what they did? They opened more. They opened unconventional ones. We are talking about the people who knows who. Me, Maiyegun, from my room here in Glasgow. If I happen to be one of the, as they say, grace the coup, I've been a coup de grace. Now, Nigeria, you go see criminals, they tell you, say, what they are getting criminally, they are getting them because of grace. My friend, don't joke with grace. Maiyegun, are you playing with grace? Grace can just touch you. They are destroying your life. When they destroy your economy, they are destroying your life. They are destroying every fabric that should make you human. And the more they do that to you, the more they destroy your self-esteem. And once they destroy your self-esteem, what is left? Zombieism. You'll be pushed around. You don't want to, but you have to do what they have to make you do. Even if you don't want to, you will still do what they will make you do. You have no idea how this works, do you? No, I don't think you do. So instead of curbing these multi-exchanges, they opened more. So Maiyegun, inside my room here, if I am enjoying coup de grace, the grace of God, the grace that is bigger than anything, inside this room where I know they do anything, if he give me slots. Back then, they said people would just be like, in their house, the pound sterling that you can't find in your banks as businessmen who are running businesses, APC, Egbekebe criminals, who have the key of the Central Bank of Nigeria. You know what they were doing? They will go to the central bank, and central bank will say, take $10 million. Outside there, a dollar is how much? 250 naira, Abi. We'll give it to you for 100 naira. And you know, you are President Buhari's trusted ally. Now, you know, sir, I mean, I'm just doing it for you. It's only you, sir. Oh, your son also is interested. Just tell him to call me, sir. Oh, your wife. Oh, you mean your wife too? Would you like to make it like, sir, I can package. That's how Emefiele do with them. I can package you 50 million, sir, then, for the whole family. And you can sell that. Sir, there are so many people, sir. Okay, we'll be doing 50 million every month, sir. That's exactly how Emefiele created the round tripping. What happened? This sudden big men, these poor criminals, with the new opportunity, came with unlimited wealth that Bokwari did. He made his friends wealthy, and he made a lot of you, majority of you, poorer. Do you understand that yet? No? Or it's still grace, Abi? I'll tell you. Now, businessmen who are like, who get container, especially those who are containers, now they have to like pay. They couldn't pay. So what happened? In their bedroom, Emefiele will give them these criminals. He will give them this dollar allocation. These criminals too, connected by grace, the coup de grace, they will now call the bureau de change, or some of them will just open bureau de change themselves. Supply day, demand day, waiting remain, no be shop, Abi, they became suppliers. So even banks couldn't get dollar or forex allocation from central bank like anymore. Within 6 months, it can't be like say, now bottle, now stone, now stick, now everything, then take attack Naira. Go. Everything, Naira suddenly just changed to 300 Naira, 350, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. Emefiele, you did this one. Until Gudaji, Kazaure, on a bracket, go on to this bracket family on social media. They have this detail there. A dead clock can be right. Oh, sorry. A dead clock will always be right twice in a day. Sure, you know. Clock, the wall clock, we know they work again. It will be right at least twice in a day. This Gudaji just actually re-explained what many of us knew, how they wrecked Nigeria. I'm not trying to start a pity party. I am just trying to make you understand that if you ended up struggling, or if you are struggling right now in Nigeria, look at me very well. Me, Maiyegun General, the Babajio of the Temple of Truth, I am saying it to you that God just told me to tell you. No be your village people they do you. Now the same people that you they tear cloth for on social media, they are the people after your life. They did it to your parents. Your parents didn't know. They prayed, they fasted, they did all they could. Now it's your turn, right? Nobody there your village they do you. Now the same criminals where you won't die for are the devil behind your misfortune. This guy managed to explain some. You said manage to understand them.
Oh, central bank governor is the chairman of the board.
He's the one who decides what the board will do. So in the history of Nigeria, there is no powerful person that has a power
like him
to spend money as he wants, like him. If he wants chairman, in less than 1 hour, you can be a billionaire today.
If you want to make
if he want to make you a billionaire in less than 1 hour, he will now call you and say, chairman, I give you allocation of $10 million in official rate, 400 plus.
And I will sell it 600.
No, you don't need. They will just tell the one bank. The bank will call you, chairman. We have 10 million. We will sell. We will buy it as 670. So each dollar you have at least 280 naira or 270 naira
times 10 million.
So times 10 million. So what you will do now? What do you want? Do you want us to open the account with us to put you the money, or you need to put in your account? The difference. In less than 1 hour, you are in your bedroom. You don't even come son to touch you. You will receive alert. Did him. Did him. Because that one not did only. When you had it, there is did him.
Ordinary president. Sound they different for big money. Sound they for small money. Did him.
Yes.
Now that is big money.
Big money.
Yes. When you had did him. That is billions of naira.
Now, how many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. They kill you. 70 years old man. Now you mumu na too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise.
Nigeria is not for you. Emefiele, Central Bank Governor of Nigeria. Central Bank Governor of Nigeria borrowed money from World Bank and your money, 1.4 trillion naira in agriculture so that they can help with a food problem. Baba, after 1 year and they started harvesting, they could barely get 300 billion naira worth of harvest. Nigeria lost 1.1 trillion naira. God knows how much money he helped them to oversee when they are doing their money laundry with the NNPC as well. So if somebody is telling you that we are doing our best, we are working to, and you believe them, I am not sorry for you. I just thought you should probably think about it this way. These guys are out to add you to the statistic if you are not already part of it. Oh, bless you. I remember when he was saying something like this.
Well, the first thing to do with the Naira is to completely abolish the multiple rate system in the Naira. That's what is promoting the corruption that is killing the Naira. If you go to the Central Bank of Nigeria today, depending on who you talk to or depending on who you know, you can exchange the Naira for as low as 200, 300 to $1. And they have, I don't even know how many rates they have. Without eliminating that rate and allowing the Naira to find its own balance, not by floating, but by ensuring that our macroeconomic policies are in tandem with the managers of our economy. I mean, they all understand that the economy ought to be managed a certain way. One of the things I would have done if I was president of Nigeria today is I would have fired the central bank governor. He has no credibility, having dabbled into politics and tried to become a presidential candidate in the last primaries. So you cannot expect your macroeconomic manager to be so tainted that people have no faith even in the central bank of your country. Ultimately, the way to protect the Naira is to produce. I have said this always, that without production, without getting our system in place in which we have an energy system or a power system, as we like to call it, so that it ensures that Nigerians, whether you are a small business person or you are a multinational corporation, can produce inside Nigeria, we will have no means of protecting our currency because we are not players in the international market as such. The only product we have there is oil, crude oil, and about half of that is stolen on a daily basis today. And we can't find people who are stealing 700,000 barrels of oil on a daily basis, but we can find people who steal phones on the street and put them in jail forever. So leadership is key, but most importantly, to have very solid macroeconomic managers that understand that the Nigerian economy is not meant for just ordinary investors. It's meant for the Nigerian people. Because I hear this all the time, people saying,
Oshoni, Ajeni, ẹlẹ́bọlóògùn ni amọ́niṣẹ́ níní afàìmọ́niṣẹ́ níní wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀.
Amen. Amen. My brother, let me add your own, I beg.
Pastor, oko ọlọ́pàá ń ṣọ́ pastor. Àwọn ọmọjọ sticker ló ń ṣọ́ wa. Àṣé kò rí pé orí wa ti burú. Ìwọ má dídá ìpápá ẹ̀dá orin. Jẹ́ kí wọ́n bá ibùtọ̀ ẹ̀ jẹ. Kò jẹ́ gbèsè àgbẹ̀tọ̀ àbí kò gbẹ́rì tí kò gbé tí abẹ́ jókòó tẹ̀ rà. Gbẹ́rì tí bá yọ píù. Àwòyí àárín. Mo mọ̀ ní pé wà nínú báìbù pé ìgbà tó fẹ́ mú Jésù kọjá ní àárín òun ògèrí Jésù. Kí ni Jésù lò? Àfẹ́ rí ló lò. Ìwọ má dídá ayé bàjẹ́.
Goodbye. So here is Naira. Whether you like it or not, it is still the official currency of Nigeria. So now go have to just spend them. Until you don't want to spend this again, you either have to join us where we believe that we'll get better, and then we'll live better because we deserve better when the right thing is done. And the people of Yoruba land, and just like everyone in Nigeria today, is allowed to decide where they want to be. So if we go on to our own sovereign nation as a people, you know what I mean? So you might probably get to never touch Naira again. Or better still, you can be like me too. If you have your japa sorted, you may have a chance never to touch it again. But whether you like it or not, it's been palaro. And as it be, no matter how shocked you are, right? You just have to spend it. Okay? So, as shocking as that is, we can take a dear look at something. When you are praying for Nigeria, just remember that they are also preparing to continue to live like this. See this one, yeah? Papa, son, and the rest of the... You get that? In Jigawa, you know their story. And then, you know the story of this guy as well. Sorry, it shouldn't. Somebody will say, Maiyegun, please take that away from my screen. I understand. Well, this is where I am going to draw my curtains. I mean, I have shared my own part too. Sure you get. But I am also going to open my line tonight. I believe I have fixed that problem that I couldn't get calls and all of that, yeah? I want to believe I have fixed that. And if I haven't, or let me say I have, so I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea, okay? When I come back, right? I hope I have, so that I can take calls. And if I haven't, I'm going to tell you more about our end of the year, plan, what I think I should share with you. And indeed, continue to ask for your support in ensuring that this is successful. So thank you so much for your time. And don't go anywhere. Here you get, as it be, we are working on, like APC, they are working on how to make sure that Una get something to do for Nigeria. But as for us, please make sure that you stay back for this other part. And thank you.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and the take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn, and the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption.
Continue. 70 years old man.
Jesus is Lord.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for staying back. Okay. So now, this is the shortest part. I don't think my line is working yet. I mean, you can keep trying for those who have been trying to get through as well. And it's so heartbreaking as well that, it's a part where we would love to have the input of everyone as well on this platform. But I'll keep keeping it open enough, and hopefully we can hear from. And then, Princess, if you are watching as well, I'm going to advise that you should make an effort to call in so that you can please tell us where are we and what is going on, okay? So that it doesn't just sound like repetitive in a way that people would like to hear from other people who are actually behind or working tirelessly behind this. So I'll have my first caller, and then we can just declare it open now. Hello, sir.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. Good enough that you are able to get through. It's been a nightmare for days now. So how are you, sir?
I know there was a day I tried like 60-something times.
I mean, the saddest part is that sometimes it will be ringing at your own end, right?
Yeah.
You'll be making the sound that it's ringing.
Yeah.
I will see the flash here. They will come through and they will just go back. And then I'll be like, what the hell is going on? So good. Maybe that's it working now anyway. So yeah, how are you, sir?
I'm fine. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
And I will say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance to every member in the house.
To you too, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Quick one, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
My first question is about one of a member of this platform that I've not been hearing about him. I've not seen him. I don't know.
And who is that?
The guy
I've read a few times where people have been asking for Bolu.
No, I know, and yeah, Bolu is one of them. But this guy has left before Bolu, if I may say that. The guy that normally says, Shekowale, Befu, Maiyegun Baba. You remember him?
No, there are two. I've got Larry. Then I've got this is our friend from Germany. With the name Lolo on, that's Clement.
Yeah, whenever it comes, he normally says, Maiyegun, Shekowale, Omeji, Oya,
Yes.
But it's been a while that I had his voice.
I mean, there's so many. There are so many people at times that for like a month, they will be away and they will just tell you, "Well, I've been in Nigeria. I just couldn't participate like I used to do, but I was following." But usually when they come back, I'm like, "Oh man, it's been a long time." But I do think about many of them. I just thought, just that we've not had a chance of hearing from them.
Okay,
I hope they are listening.
I
hope they are listening. It'd be like say people don't miss all of now for comment section, because I have been told that there's a different. I mean, I've seen that it's a different word on YouTube comment section for so many of you who have built so much relationship there as well. Yeah. So now, if they are hearing, maybe they should know that you are missing them. I like that.
Okay. Yeah. Another one that I want to ship in quickly is about this our program for feeding. I mean, getting in touch with a lot of people back at home.
Yes.
If I could recollect, the last time I think some people were talking about putting up a Naira account, which you said you don't have any Naira account at home. I got a couple of people that
do. I mean, the people that are going to do this, they do. But I said I can't make anybody's details public. Like I could make some of my own stuff here, which are like independent. You know what I mean? So I said that anybody who wants to support us in Naira can do so on a personal request, and I can provide such information for them on a personal request.
Okay. Because I got like a couple of my friends.
Go on.
Yeah, a couple of my friends back in Nigeria that called. We talked, and they got to know about this platform through me, though. And they were asking about, how do we put money? How do we put Naira? And I said, Maiyegun doesn't have a Naira account, but I'm going to talk about it anytime I'm able to call him.
That's brilliant.
Ask him.
I've had a few people who have said, I mean, these are people who are actually not even in Nigeria, right? They are like, probably they have some Nairas that are just, just there in some dormant account. And they were like, I could give that to support people here. So yeah, but we don't. I would rather we do it that way. Though it's not going to be a great help, because it means that you might have tens of people who could do something through that, yeah, and only maybe about 3-4 people receive the response to do something. So I know it's our loss, but it's part of what we intend to cover in the future. The ground we intend to cover in the future to make sure that when a chance like this presents itself, we are covered. But for now, it will have to be on request. Yeah, if anybody wants to do that, it will be on request. And
okay, that's fine. I don't think I have to go far anymore, because like I was like, oh, we have Christians back in Nigeria. We can, but don't let me go there. Since you said that, I might talk to them and probably tell them how to get with you and make a request for that. And I believe something will be done on that.
I can provide that for you, and you can provide that, and give that to them as well. And then at the moment we have anything coming on, once I am notified, I will just have to notify them too and say, well, if you receive 10 naira, now I'm on you, and that money is for so and so. Hope you know. So yeah, the way it should be.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Well, let me say thank you, Maiyegun, for a job well done. God will continue to protect and provide for you in every ramification of life.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, as well, for all the support. And then to our donors, we should never forget them. They have actually been those who made it look like, we could do whatever we want, big or small. So thank you to everybody. So thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
So that is my first caller who managed to get through. Like I said, there are many people who probably are trying, and it will be sounding like it's ringing over there. I'm going to advise you not to stop. If you really want to be part of this and add your own voice, or even ask questions as well tonight. I think Princess is here. Good enough. Princess, how are you?
Fine, Maiyegun. Good evening. How are you?
I am very well. How is your body? I know it's been like a very tough week, for you. But yet, we are glad that you could probably just come on tonight. So how is it going, man?
Yeah, very fine. We are pushing it through. Irumole has been of very great help,
Right.
We should be getting our 50 bags of rice tomorrow morning.
Right.
And it has been packed in 5 kg.
I know. That's why I actually wanted you to come on to tell us, because initially we were planning on how to get people to help us do the measurement and rebag them. But Irumole, 2 things you told me, which I would like you to share with people on the process of ensuring that we don't have any financial issue getting them out, and then also rebagging them to also get them out as well. You might share that with us.
Irumole brought the people that will be bringing the rice. So he suggested paying them, from his own pocket, and when they bring the rice here, so we won't have issue of custom taking the rice away on the road, and after we might have paid and we won't get it. So he said he will pay them. Then when they bring the rice here, then I can transfer the money to him.
Right.
And we are fine by that. And he said they should repack it. So every bag is going to come in 10 5 kg in one bag, which is 50 kilograms.
Right.
It is very good for everybody, It will save us the stress of rebagging and all that shenanigans, Oh, that's where we are at the moment. I don't know if we'll be adding something else to it, or we have this 5 kilo of rice.
Have you been given the what that is going to cost us yet? And can you share that with us?
Yes, I think.
Have you been told
I
that
think
this
about
thing is going to cost us?
About 1.7 million naira for that.
Right.
And the bagging and everything. I think the sack is. He said the sack is 200 naira, and they will sell each sack for 50 naira.
Right.
And we got the bag of rice lesser than 35,000. We got it at 32,000, no, 33,700 or thereabout.
Okay, so we
got it lesser than
on each.
Exactly. Yes, we've been able to do that.
Pardon me, right? If we save that, that means that we have been able to we'll be able to bag 5 bags from our excess.
No. I think we should. But
yeah, something like that. Don't let me confuse you anyway, Sha. So we have managed to cut costs, which can now make instead of making our bill go so up for bagging, rebagging, it's not going to be so up. So what's the total? Do you have a figure?
It won't. I think 1,700,000 something. You sent 2 million naira to me.
Yes.
I paid Irumole 535,000 for the 50 packs of spaghetti.
For the spaghettis, you said, yeah. Okay.
So we have 1,465,000 left. But the rice and the bagging is about 1.750 or thereabout. I'll check my book.
Okay.
1.750, 1.8 something. Yeah, that's for the rice. So we'll have to balance the Irumole some few hundreds, and that's it. So I don't know if we are if we'll be adding any other thing to it, or we should just give out 5 kilo of rice and 2 spaghetti without protein or anything, And if that's all we can afford for now, we are throwing it open now. If we can do more, then let's do it. If we can't, we'll as well give it out like that.
So how about planning? There's a part where I know that you are very busy as a person yourself, and we are grateful that you could even do this for us. Sometimes when we do things like this, we tend to make it look so easy, like we don't have a life that is so busy already. You know what I mean? Outside this. So that's why I want to say thank you. Okay. But it's going to get so busier. It's going to get so busier for you on the last week of this month, the last week of this year. Or when do you schedule us going out there to start this whole thing? When do you think is last week?
Immediately we are set, and immediately we are ready for this. Then I'm ready. I'll just take time out of my busy schedule and do what is right by our people,
Okay.
And we do our thing, and I'm always ready for this. I'll always create time for this. It is something I want to do,
God bless you.
We really have to do it. You still or me. You can't go to one we just have to get it over with. We have to do it. Let our messages and whatever it is we are sending across with grace, let it get out there. Let people know it. Let people know that they can get out of this system. Let people know they can have their own country. They can have better lives. Their children can have free education. I will like us to go a bit further.
Right.
If we are done with this first part of giving the elderly, we can go a bit further, getting to talk to the school teachers,
right.
And we give them something. Immediately we do that, they'll call them for emergency assembly. Then we'll be able to address them. Yoruba nation is this is this. If you're able to talk to children, those should be our target. If you're able to talk to children, it will be in their head. They will know that the country, it has to be the same language and everything that you speak. In a situation like this is not the case. This is unity by force. If the children know that, then we are going places because they are the future.
I believe. Thank you so much,
we are going
Princess.
I just hope we'll be able to come together, do this, and some of us are investing money and time. And if we have more, we will put it into this.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'll let you go, okay?
You're welcome.
And then tomorrow is another day. And once we get them delivered, we will get to show that to the people as well, okay? Meanwhile,
yes,
I can tell
I'll
you that.
Send the video, sir.
Yeah, I can tell you that you know, from behind the scene, our people have already, especially Taiwo is doing so well. He's developed, what do you call it, the objectives, work ideas around our food family supply program, okay? I'll forward that to you, and it will be available on the website. All of this, I've told my team to put all of this in the, you know, to start putting them on our website where people can actually access them and read more, okay? So, Princess, I'll let you go.
We have strategic places. One more thing. We have strategic places we'll need to go to.
That you are targeting,
you know,
okay.
like Jaoba in Ibadan. Really, family head. We can, you know, we can reach out to them like that and tell them what we stand for.
Yes.
And it is not something they've not heard before. But we'll be going to them directly and talking to them, which should be part of the movement, you know, the grassroots thing.
Exactly. Our aim is to make sure that we make the people our ally. Sure, you get. The people are going to be the driver.
That's it.
Of the entire movement. Yeah, like when everything finally comes together, it will become easier than what it is right now. Exactly. If it's going to be a drop in the ocean for now, one day it's going to make impacts. So I believe you, Princess. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Baba.
Now, you should have a good one. Let me take this call, and I believe it's Taiwo. Sir Taiwo calling us from Mexico. Hello, sir. Hello. Okay. I'll take another one, then I'll wait for you to sort yourself out, and then I can get you on. Hello there.
Baba.
Oh, yeah.
Baba, Baba, you don't believe it. Baba, ọ̀nà kó Chester brother yìí ti ń bọ̀, mo lọ gbẹ́rù customer ni mo ṣe tán fi fẹ́. Bàbá àlè pàrọ̀ wà, èyí tí ìwọ gbòdì. Bọ̀ mo kàn tẹ́ ń try láti tọ́jú ìlú.
You just make it look
Baba,
like you are going to be, well, I won't say much, but I'm grateful anyway. Thank you.
Baba, you see person where I go thank most. Yeah. You see person where I go thank most. First, I go thank you, Maiyegun. And I go really appreciate your wife, your children, for giving you that time to open a lot of people's eyes. Baba, my wife now Politico. About 3 days ago, me and Princess were there on personal call. The next way my woman go ask me, we say, Princess here. She asked me, say, how Mr. Maiyegun today? How Princess today? She did laugh as I talk to you. She did look me. Just enter. How Maiyegun today? How Mr. Maiyegun today? Be careful. I said, all of that, they're fine. You understand me? You see, Baba, there is nothing like any single person they do with your family be in support. Yeah. So that is why I say, first, I go appreciate your wife and your children in the family. It's not all about you, Baba. A lot of people do because they get this kind of thing for mind to do. Then God give them the kind knowledge which God give you, or more than your own best. But because if the entire the family support no deep, their wife will say, well, share. That's all too quick. Let us know Nigeria. Hello, my family following that. And I want to share that. Oh, I'm going to share that one. And you friend there. Even though if she no be Nigeria, you understand me? She dey on social media. She dey hear about Nigeria. What is wrong with you? Are you alright? What is your business with Nigeria? You understand me? They will begin to speak all this. They are guessing for you. You understand me? But for the
you are so right, Irumole. If the house is not in support, I don't think I'll be
people don't go understand though.
This. Yeah, I agree.
don't go understand. You know what I mean? Alright? We were married beautiful. Now me and you go understand this thing where they talk.
Some people do understand anyway. I think that's why they always feel like, Maiyegun.
Yeah, how come no understand? You know, that's why I say some people they will say they won't do up. They won't even do more than your own. But when they check the kind maybe woman, children in the family, their family, go pay me come back. That's what I say.
Like they will be like, you're exposing us, you are putting us at risk, you are doing this or that. How to live with that is a big job, Baba.
So the second person where I go thank again, my princess. Yesterday, she would hear me. I asked her, the princess, Mama, I know now you do more. Where you take the cook with your own personal business. Me and you they do on phone for more than 3, 4, 5 hours. Since we will take this work on ourselves.
This assignment. I'm so grateful, honestly.
They go, everything will go the way we want. Princess, she not even get out at the time to the traffic. Deliver, of course, but she still makes sure say she live where she did. She come back, and me and she don't talk. I know say what she go for now. Own personal business. Don't be say she not supposed to live there. She need to live there. Can't wait for those people. You know what I mean? So
I know.
The only prayer where I will give her.
Multitasking here. They run things here too. They run things back there. They run things with those, I mean, they call it behind the scene. People won't.
We they do video call always. In the Friday, Baba, I did for my 12-hour shift. She can't even do what the bank say. So when you feel query in Bishamba, it's a wall phone. That's how it is. I'm not worried. I say, Bill, so yeah, we I don't about
if there's anything that I have to leave this call, I will leave the call. Go and do them. I'll come back to it. So you don't worry yourself. If I'm talking to you, it's because I can talk to you. I know.
And need because so, princess, she don't know the kind of gift we go give her. As she talk that thing, you know reach 1 hour. Let her tell her in the night. Do work now, You know what this man do? Elderly man. With the mark will do. We'll do a little system later. What they want about me? You know what this man tell me? And they talking for public. This man come to me and he say, "Oh, since I came into the shop, I can see that you are just on the phone. They are not supposed to pay you for today's job. Being the chief security officer, you are just on the phone." I said, "Oh, really? Oh, you said you are a customer. You come into the shop, isn't it?" And he said to me, "Yes." I said, "Okay. I don't know if you are picking on me, but it has nothing to do with you. I'm doing my job. I've got a lot of shoplifters in the shop that I need to look on their pictures on my phone. So I need to use my phone always." So if you have any complaint, you can see the security company I'm working with. You can take their name and report them. That is all. Anything you're working to learn. You're working about me. Sorry, sir. I didn't mean it. It's not trying to be nosy. That is none of my business. Have a good day, man. You with a long table, Lord report to me. You come in. You know what I mean? You tell me, so Mula was the mom be shaking me. So, with the one try to let me move for me, Danny.
All the time.
Tell me, the man that is a boy, me, it was a man, she feel a lorry me to fair, boy, I'm fair for you, filler, Mufari. It's not the most no smart me, so, at the time, process, most of the sacrifice which they make, I don't talk about myself. A lot of people know this, it's not only about contributing the money alone, you understand me? So I go urge our people back home in Nigeria, say we need their support. It's not about the money. Person like Princess, she's there, she's the mother of the house. I'm saying it openly, you understand me?
Right.
And I really appreciate her and her family and all our efforts, you understand me, for a person like her to bring out the little time out of no time in Nigeria, in family, everybody have their own life to live.
The time that we are actually not even paying
Please,
for.
I beg everyone back home in Nigeria that is on this platform, in family, no one is paying for princess time and all the effort is being put in. We need you people support. We cannot be there, but I'm pleading, whatever way, anyone that is listening to me tonight, you understand me, that can give princess the support. I'm not saying financial support, you understand me. In terms of logistics, maybe we have to do this thing, volunteer and all those things. Please, I'm begging everyone
for us.
You understand me?
Thank you.
So that at least we will achieve what we have in mind for us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rumale. Yeah,
by the special grace of God.
Make I take another one.
Okay. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Bye bye. So we'll talk later.
Say me hi to the madam. Tell her say me she look at the screen.
No, Allah.
No, Allah. Tell her that I'm waving at like that.
Okay, I'll tell her. No, Allah.
Thank you so much, Rumale. Have a good one. Okay. So it's true. We have a lot of people interested, and that's what I wanted. Okay. I said, if we want to make a difference for real, then we must see people who are willing to do the job, to do the work. It requires a lot. It's more than this, more than just this show. You know, the show should just be the collection of every other thing that we have been doing, the impact we are making, and how far we are moving, and the rest of that. And you know, there's so much that goes into this behind the scene. And I appreciate everybody who is dedicating their time out of all of their tight times, I would say. Can you hear me now?
General.
Hello, sir.
Ekale.
Ekale. Báwo ni, sir?
Sorry, multitasking. Lugeki called me Jadi the other time.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. I am not in a problem with our connection here for a while. But
no, your system is okay now. Your system is okay now.
I'm receiving calls anyway. You'll be my fourth call, I believe, tonight. So yeah.
I've been monitoring everything. So Maiyegun, number one, I want to appreciate you and Princess.
Thank you very much, and I have to say thank you to you too. I've seen your drafts.
So your generation is blessed.
Amen, and yours too.
Okay, and Princess generation is blessed. See, first thing I want to say is, like I told you, we are not just talking here. We are not just on YouTube.
No.
God, we have a calling. We want to build a nation. We want to have our nation.
Yes.
Are you with me, Maiyegun?
Following you, bumper to bumper.
So that is why I'm appreciating Princess and you that we are not just talking here. We have a plan and we want to move. Yes. So number two, General, please. Nǹkan tó bá wà nílẹ̀ òun náà la máa ṣe. We will just try to bring the best out of what we have already.
Management.
Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I will not want the situation whereby Princess will overstretch it herself. We should factor in logistics. If this our packaging and distribution will generate job for others, we should factor it into our budget. So the entire the Princess, we need 10 people, Princess, we need 5 people. If out of our budget is going to create income generation for those who want to share of it, because we want to do what is standardized. Do you get me, General?
Benny, the way it should be, Benny.
Yes. And it's
about the volunteer. But nevertheless, at the same time, ours of
hello, sir.
But there should be something that says a reward for the time you come. Yeah, more agree, sir. Something substantial.
Hello, sir. And if you no volunteer, we will spend less.
That's true.
If no volunteer, we will know that out of our Yoruba Union Family Support Program, when we are distributing, one thing now, they will have some gain. So while we are supporting our people, we are generating job for others.
We are creating
and we are appreciating the volunteers. But sometimes when you want volunteers, if you don't have enough, which I would like us not to. I would like us to avoid.
Never want that to happen. You see, sir, I was talking to Princess, but about Princess or Monique, Princess, I'm a factor in logistics, including what do you call it? What we plan as the media coverage for it, as our own media coverage to document whatever we are doing. She gets the movement of the people. I want you to tell you why. Now, Bashen Loibo, to Bashen for like a whole week service, for 1 week you buy in my phone you. We'll be at every other thing called team lo match. Show you some Princess gonna work on that. Call for any number. So I want to make Naira available this weekend. More expect to make another one available. It's Wednesday. So to really go into logistics. But if I get you clearly, sir, there's no point. And one more. Ka low resources tani. Ka fishing kotamache ko was successful than pay.
In country resources to about perfectly.
Perfectly standard.
So at the end of the day, 40 family last support. We know that we have supported the family. Everything is documented. Yes, everybody, every stakeholder. To volunteer, volunteer. We have placed the person that you gave us your time and pay you for your time.
Yes, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Do you understand me? Do you understand me, sir?
100%. I'm following you.
That is where we should go. And Tabari no volunteer. Tabari no volunteer. We want to do what is standard and build up from there. Are you with me, sir?
I told you 100%.
Hello.
I don't know if communication is slower, but like I said, I agree with you. Whatever I say, I'm just buttressing what you said. Do you understand, sir?
Okay. So I just want to be sure.
But go on.
Yes. I just want to be sure. So, Maiyegun, 2 more things. I sent the document to you. I've not gotten the feedback.
Yeah, it's been a busy week as well. But yeah, sure, you would get it. I've seen it. I've read it, and I'm happy. Yeah, sure.
Like the advice I gave the other time. Maybe I will do it on your behalf. I will first of all send it to you. So the first thing is, please, you can get that document across to Princess and some other people
as well.
Let's build that document and let us finalize it.
Okay. I agree.
Okay. What I will try and do between today and tomorrow, I'm going to create the 2 Telegram group I said.
Oh yes.
I will add you only because I want you to be the one to push it. Because nobody knows me. And I think I'm fulfilled working under General.
You and not just knowing you, they are knowing you and the important role you are playing for us. So but I'm with you. Continue.
So I am your foot soldier, and I'm fulfilled with that.
Bless you.
So the template you have, so you worked for it and you are there. So let's work with you.
That my worst fear is that we have ideas, but we don't have enough people who are committed to those ideas beyond words. So the last few days, especially starting with you, sir, right? I'm beginning to change my mind. That not just having ideas. I think we are beginning to have the people who are really, really interested in doing the work. So don't think if I'm not like regularly responding, it doesn't mean that in my inner out of the heart, I am not personally feeling cool like yes. Because now I've got about 4 or 5 people who are like you, sir. 4 or 5 people committed, ready. And I said, if we can build the number, if we can build the network, right? Then we are good to go. I love it. So yeah, go ahead and create this. Go on.
General, dear me.
I know.
Are you with me? Dear me. Any project we want to embark on, and we have 5 committed people, let's do it well. The mission will be attracting people of like mind.
Eventually, yes.
That is it. Myself giving myself to this thing, I have seen it. That's why I'm contributing my part. So you will see somebody of like mind. Dear me. So by the time we do it right with 5 people, mama expand. I agree. Like what Princess was saying, tó bá jẹ́ báàgì rice nìkan lápá ká, tá a máa ṣe everything tí ò ní láriwo lọ́wọ́ tó máa ní transparent accountability.
Yes.
We do it.
Go ahead and document it. Then we build on that.
Yeah. We will build on that. And that is how everything will be going bit by bit. All we want to do, we want to lay the foundation. We want to put a system and a structure in place.
I agree.
Yes. And we need a document that we can circulate. But this is Yoruba Union, no, and this is Yoruba Union full support program. Maiyegun, you can see what I was telling you the other time. Tobacco go groups that you analyze is we won't get anywhere. But now we have full support. Now we have full support program. Let us have a perfect document and get a perfect team.
Perfected templates. I agree, 100%.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like the document I sent to you, there is something I had there, but I didn't close it. If we would tell ourselves, oh, Yoruba Union Family Support Program, it will be quarterly every year.
And we can do that.
The only time it will not be quarterly, I'm just citing an example, is if we have enough budget to do it bi-monthly or monthly. But we target for everybody, we want to do it every 3 months. They will be running, this is the budget for the next 3 months. Do you understand me? Once we document that, then we move bit by bit.
Then we move to something else as well. Then we move to other
yes.
And then
so,
we build.
Yeah. But Mama, we have not got enough people. So the people, even when you get enough people, you still need the people to be tested and to be proved effective. To prove so we go bit by bit.
And people can only
so
prove
General,
themselves
I appreciate
if you let them have the hand-on experience, and you too can actually rate them based on their hand-on experiences and say, well, we told you to do something the other time, you didn't handle it well. I don't think we can put you behind anything major.
No, we don't even. We won't even do that. We will not do that.
Yes.
So let's in Tapabakane thing and the resources we have and the whatever. Let's push it and do it well. We build on it.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate your time. And like I said, I have read the copy of what you sent to me. I'm supposed to acknowledge it, but you know what? I knew that if I acknowledge it, right, we might have to do a follow-up where we'll have a chat. And in this case, you and our chats are not just a one-off chat. You know what I mean? As we are chatting, other things will be popping up, other ideas will be popping up. But this last few days has been like, God. But yeah.
No, I wasn't expecting
January anyway. But on this one, like you said, let's focus on what we plan to do and make sure we do it well, so that we can then go back and say, how did we do? What did we miss? How better can we do it again, and then build on it? So I'm with you, and I will get back to you.
So I wasn't expecting your acknowledgement, but what I needed was we would have forwarded it to others, and that was why the need for the Telegram group. Yeah, that was the need. That was why I said the need for the Telegram, which I will do on your behalf. Then I will add you to the Telegram group. Then you can give it to others so that we can engage ourselves. Yes. Like that Telegram, if there are Telegram groups there, I would have put it there. Others who are there, everybody will read it, contribute, so that we fine-tune the document and we move on.
And then we can, I agree with you. I'm going to do something on that this week, and I will get back to you soon. And I mean that. So thank you very much.
Try to forward it to others, which I will on your behalf and send it to you.
That's fine. I'll do that. Thank you so much. I have another caller, but I don't know if I'm going to go on a break. My tea is cold, but I'll take this. Hopefully, I'll go after that. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How far?
Oh,
Daniel.
I won't get my kids for my
yeah, I don't know. We are network, we are phone, we have volume. It's like that's how we're hearing you. We can't hear you well.
Hello, Baba. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it is better now, Baba. How are you?
A lot better now.
It is a lot better.
Hola, Afiz Balogun sọ̀rọ̀. Ọmọ Banle Balogun tó pàṣẹ Pẹ̀rẹ̀màdé lọ́yọ̀ọ́lé.
Kábíyèsí o.
Mo ń kí àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ májẹ̀ ó bàjẹ́ ní lọ́tún lósì tó ń pè lọ́tún lósì. Mo kí yín. In fact, I cannot commend you guys enough. And I'm just enjoying the whole conversation, the way everybody is portraying themselves and them doing their and paying their part. Do you understand? So it's a joy to watch and a joy to listen. It is, yes, boss, yes. It is a joy to watch and it is a joy to listen to. The way you guys are, like you guys have just been saying, a little bit, a bit step is another step towards the goal. Do you understand? When you start this step, it means you are another step. You're taking another step forward. It might be small at the moment, but that is what's going to make your step even much, much bigger when that time comes. So you get to cut more songs. So don't see it as, like that last caller said, don't see it as a small step. It is always as important as the next one and the next one. Do you understand? So I just want to commend everybody, you understand, as to how they have all played their part. Because the reason why I'm also commending everybody is that I listen to you a lot. Do you understand? And I know everybody came together not that even long ago. And when you have common goals and common spirit, do you understand? This is what the result is. Do you understand? We bring everybody in Runu backbone. Do you understand? You all want the best. And now I want to talk about people back home. Please. People back home, they are being subjected to this poverty in our country. And the current government, the people APC, they have done it to an extent that I am seeing videos of how these people are deliberately ordering food. Do you understand? To starve the people intentionally for this period.
How would you lock people down, right? They are on lockdown.
Yes.
You are collecting donations on their behalf for Corona lockdown. Billions and billions and billions was given to them. Then people started giving them food, right? All of
so
these
now, all of a sudden,
states, and some people locked them up. So they wanted people
all
to
of a sudden,
suffer. Fear them
all this food are now resurfacing. You understand? Left, right, and center. And it just it amazes me, and people still think these people are being generous to them by giving them all these freebies at a time when they all know that everybody is already hungry. They know what they are doing.
They do.
Do you understand? And now, hopefully, there's a message I also want to pass to people. Please. You are going to start from scratch. Yes. There is nothing to be afraid of. Everything will be put in place from scratch. And I'm happy that Princess mentioned it as well, that your kids, your great-grandkids are going to have free education. You will have free health. You have good roads. You have electricity. You have basic necessities. Do you understand? So you have nothing. This should be part of our messages that we are passing across to people. We are not going to employ anybody who has been passed in government, because they are all corrupted, and you cannot change them. They will bring that their corrupt spirit to ruin everything.
Of course.
You understand? So everything is going to be brand new.
You know what they say?
Brand new, starting from scratch.
You know what they say? Any smart person should know that those who are part of a problem, those who created a problem, right? They should never be part of the solution. If you are looking for a solution, no, not reconciliation. You know, there's solution different from reconciliation, no. If you are looking for
reconciliation, Baba, let us
should never be part of it.
Let us use layman English. That reconciliation is about saying that people are going to do bad, and you want to sweep it under the carpet
and relink them with
as simple as that.
Forget and move.
Do you understand? So let's just start from scratch. I beg. People have suffered enough.
We will.
Yeah.
That's my message. And I want to keep it short, keep it short and keep it real. Yes. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you and I love you. My prayers to your family and everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for stopping by. You have a good one, Baba.
No worries.
Nice one. So that's Afiz Omo Balogun, Omo to Banle to Balogun, to Bambi Bubu. Àwọn ni wọ́n máa ń pè ní àwọn ọmọ Balógun. Tẹ́rù bá ń bà yín ẹ wí o, ẹ̀rù ọmọ Balógun. Ẹ̀rù ń bà yín ẹ wí, ẹ̀rù ọmọ Balógun. I am going to go and make myself another cup of tea. Now, when I get back, I can still take 1 or 2 calls. But I don't know if you would want me to mention your name. I just want to tell everyone that I have received another £82.27 contribution on the Cash App. Okay, so our money, which we roughly calculated to be over 2,000 based on our contribution. So eventually, after all said and done, all deductions and charges have been taken from different platforms that we use. So we ended up with 1,917 in total. I'll give you that breakdown at some point, okay? So we didn't raise 2 million naira. Okay, we raised less than 2 million naira. And then, we already pledged 1 million naira from our own equity on the platform anyway, so which took our money to supposedly to 3 million naira. Now, the picture here is this. With the exchange rate, with every other charges and other commissions are coming to this, we can say we only officially have about 2.8 million naira raised. So if anything comes on today or comes on later, they are likely going to take us to that. So I'm not afraid of us making up our 3 million that eventually will be the resources to do this. I'm not worried. Even if that shortage have to be like, they call it a deficit in your budget. So even if we have to face any deficit from what we have budgeted based on what we have, I can assure you that we have a reserve that can still fill up that when necessary. But again, to everybody who is still like sending out their own support and all that, we say thank you to you. And as they come in, I'm going to announce them. I got another £10, by the way, yesterday. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. And this was in the account of the Diaspora Radio International for this UK residents, okay? So who uses that? So I got £10 from that, right? So that then makes us having a fresher, or let me say a fresher £92. Now, if anything pops up, I'll let you know. But for now, I am going to go make another cup of tea. I'm hoping to answer questions, suggestions, and other things that we have been adding just before we call it a night, okay? If you're up for it, don't go anywhere. Sorry about that. And thank you very much as well for still on. Now, to everybody asking for the link, there is a Give Send Go link on YouTube. There is a Cash App name on YouTube. And there is also, let me see, PayPal. Let me see if I can put that up as well on YouTube. Sorry, if you wanted the link, it's also on Facebook as well, okay? But this one, give me a sec. I think it says PayPal.me/diaspora. Hang on. It's also on the screen as well. Anyway, so Diaspora Radio UK. Now, this, if you are watching on YouTube, that's the link to the PayPal. So whatever you do, it is going to be considered as your contribution towards this. And know what, right? You probably will be picking or helping like, 1-2 people, or collection of your donation and others could actually like help 1, 2, 3 people. And we can make the number better, or even make our support even better. No pressure. Okay, to everybody who has been part of it already, we say thank you. To every one of you who want to be part of it as well, you are welcome. There's no compulsion. There are so many roles everybody can play. You can be among the volunteers, those who are going to help us reach out to the people in your own states in a way that will make this message. I mean, if you have welcomed the message, you can be the part of the messengers. When I say messengers, I mean those who are going to ensure that the right people actually get to see this. And thank you for your time. Yeah, let's see what if... So thank you very much, my person that did that. I'm going to use your first name only. This is not your first time of contributing to this. I don't know how many times you have done this, but this particular one is your latest, and we say thank you, Sir Maje. I mean, sorry. Okay, I'm just going to say Maje Kodumi. You know yourself, and then the people will get to say thank you to you in the comments. So thank you from myself. Somebody said that we should put back on that Diaspora Radio account details for those in the UK who might want to indeed also support and be part of it. Remember, there is no compulsion. Nobody's, you don't have to do it. If you don't have what, to share or whatever, you've done your part for being supportive as well, okay? Nothing in any way is, okay, what is that again? I think I found it. Here. We call it a donation is voluntary, okay? If you use this, you must be somebody in the UK. It's a Cash Plus account. Some of this, it's actually opened for the Diaspora Radio International. So which means it's not my personal, which means whatever goes into there is indeed for this purpose and will be declared like every other penny that's coming to it as well, okay? So thank you. I just got another £50 from someone on that Give Send Go. I bet one of our people asking, where is the link? Where is the link? Somebody has used that. I want to tell you that I got your message. I want to say thank you. So thank you for your own support. I don't know if I'm actually suffering this, I'm suffering this call problem again. I've had about 2-3 people who try to call in, but they went, no, I hope not. So anyway, thank you. To everybody who is asking, all you have to do is to check the comment section, okay? And once everything comes together, I can make the announcement myself. And with what Sataiwo said, is one wonderful asset of ours on this platform. He's doing a great job of, well, you can say the secretariat for an organization. So he's like a whole secretariat for us now, and then if he gets the other right people who can work with him as a team, I can bet you. I mean, I can bet this with you that we'll be actually like sailing on something that is standard, something that is reliable, dependable, something that is of substance on the Yoruba Union team as a people with the kind of spirit and the energy in him, and so much he put into it. He understands the fact that building this community, achieving something with this community starts from building it. And when you're building it, you have to build it on purpose. You have to build it with people. You have to build this with people of like minds. And how do you get that? It's by making sure that they learn to work together to create something that cannot just be pushed back or be sort of cleared off. I like that. I like people with that spirit, and we want more and more people like that. So yeah, we will take a lot of us onto the Telegram. The purpose for that is to ensure that we keep the close knitted relationship we have built in helping ourselves and helping others. Right? We keep them closer enough, tighter enough, and at the same time continue to build on it to make sure that once you coming into that circle, right, you feel protected, you feel wanted, you feel like you are within a community, no matter where you are. Do you understand that now? So I love that, and I appreciate you, Sataiwo, for your efforts all the way from Mexico. We do appreciate you. It's like our secretariat is drafting. It's like somebody who is always like drafting and I like people like that. People whose mind and brain and everything is not letting them rest until they have to let all those things out. So is a very, very worthy asset. Same thing with Princess as well. I don't want to give her a title that will make her feel like, I don't want to make her feel like we're going to overuse her, but she's an asset that we are ready to tap every inch of, right? To bring the success of our coming together. It is symbolic, and we can actually make something out of it, I believe, too. And I only believe that because I can see people who actually want this to happen, committed people, who are using their own resources, their own money. And I bet you, right? I haven't really come across so many people kind of people like that. So wherever we find ourselves, I will be acknowledging everybody that is coming on board and the role they are playing. The ones that are meant to be seen in public and the ones that are just never going to be heard of for the sake of they themselves doing this. I mean, I've told you, it's not going to be a competition. All of this, I mean, helping people or supporting people or even in what is the common balance, like fighting for the people. You can't do any of this without the people. When you say people, my people, our people, and all of that, you need to bring them into that picture. How do you bring them into it? How do you make them the driver of your ideology? The ideology that should be so simple to explain. If this is about the people, then make the people the center of it. How do you do that? So many ways you can do that, but we have devised one simple way, which is to build a relationship with them. They are ours. They are our people. They are not aliens that whatever you want to tell them, they don't have a clue about. They do. What they don't is that they don't. Many of them don't have a clue how to get out of this whole mess. Now that could be us. The carrier, the voyage that will take them out of there. And taking them out of there means that it starts from here, from the mind. How do you get to understand the people's mind if you are not related to them, if you don't relate with them? So that's why we said that those who want this to happen, they must be willing, right, to do the work. It's beyond just talking. People are doing a lot behind this, but we want more people to be involved. We want more people to put their boots on the ground. We want this to become more conversational, at least convenient to talk about, not so hostile. Wahala. We want it to become so convenient, easy to talk about. Make the people the centerpiece of the whole thing. If you can get the people on our side. When I say people, I'm talking about when you can say, and a lot of people will just file out and say, we heard that. What happened? That is what we need to build. If you have that, trust me, that's the moment you will say, there's no amount of tank that can crush these people's will, that can crush the will of these people. There's no amount of guns that can take away their determination. Okay? I don't think there's any amount of a threat or even killings, jailing, and the rest of that can take away the zeal, determination, and the courage of this, because it seems they know what they want and they know how to get what they want. Now, that will of the people, winning it requires work, a lot of work. Some people want it to be done fast. I appreciate everybody's role in where they are. But on MaiyegunsDiary Politico with the rest of the Igbimo, Yoruba, we have decided that we will do it meticulously, we do it surgically, we do it strategically, and we do this so consistently enough that we'll convince many people to make this conversation so convenient to have. And once we get to that stage, we probably can say we're not far off anymore. Something you can hold on to and say, well, this makes sense. And now I agree, we probably are not far off anymore. So he said that if you want the world to change, if you want to change the world, I think the ideal thing to do is to change the world of one person. If you can tell that person the truth and make them see the world they can live in, the one that is of freedom, the one that is of a justice, clarity, purpose, and security and safety, right? If you can change their world from what Nigeria has given to them, listen to me very well. You have changed the world. So if you want to make anybody free, if you want to free a people, if you want to free anybody from the shackles of any lies or manipulations that you have come across that has pissed you off, listen to me. You don't always have to do it for millions of them. You can actually make that changes from one person. That job is your job now, to ensure that the world of an average Yoruba man and woman revolves around the dream of living in a free world that is different from the one created and given to them by Nigeria. Now you have to do that work. Don't assume for them. Don't think they should know better. Of course they do. But the problem is this. They might know better, or they might know something, but they have no idea of how to get out of this box. You can be that. And guess what again? By getting them out of that box, probably is where lies your own freedom too. It feels free to be free. I mean, it feels so good to be free. And you can change the world of somebody. And that will make you somebody who has changed the world. So far, so good. I believe I've changed the world of some people. And I'm one of those. I'm one of those you can call the people changing the world. Just ask, which world are you intending, or whose world are you intending to change as you go to bed tonight? When it comes to this liberty, the future, freedom, and liberty, freedom, and choice, all these things, right? They're not just about material things. They're about things you could do, and you are allowed to make mistakes. You are allowed to be wrong. You are never to be punished for being who you are. So a system that doesn't give you that respect in any way, you need to be part of those the messengers who are going to let people understand that they say if one of us is not free, all of us are not free. And that's kind of my own, seems to be my own theory. And if we can get many people to be like this, we might have an army of resistance. Then you can make the people the centerpiece of all we want to do. There is no miracle coming from anywhere. There's nobody coming to save us. We will save ourselves. But it starts with you. And then with somebody else too. Then to the next person. Then to the next person, like Tawo said. From one on to the next one. On to the next one. You can be that vessel. You can be that vessel that give people that reassurance, that hope, the real one they can actually believe in and work for. Now, if the people become the centerpiece of this whole thing, we will win. We would win. I believe that we will win. But it's up to us. Are you willing to do the work? Or you just prefer to just let somebody else do it? Because they said they could do it. I don't believe in that. I don't believe anybody can do this for me or you without you and me involved. The job is upon us. The test is upon us as well. How we do this. We can look back and rate ourselves. You know that in just no distant future. You can look back and say, well, we did that. Or we could have done it better. Or we could have done it otherwise. Or we could have, you know what I mean? But we will have something to look back to and say, at least we did something. You could become part of those who will say, we did something. Or we are doing something. Thanks for your time. Thanks to everybody who has chipped in their own support. I would give you all the report of this later. And then we'll see if we are going to be doing more, helping more people, and how many more, and with what. Whatever comes may, I want to say thank you to all of you. My own MaiyegunsDiary Politico donor. They are called secret watchers, the secret donors, but sometimes they are not always secret watchers. When you check those who are supporting and promoting everything we have put out there, which is always about the people, the same people we claim to be speaking for, or even like fighting for. That's some, there's some irony there anyway. But all of you, I am proud of us, and I'm happy about us. And I also believe that there's so much that could come from us. We just need to prove it. We just need to show it, and we will. We'll show the working. Thank you. And I will see you some other time. Let's go to bed and let's call it a day. Okay. Tomorrow is another day, and I should be back here with an update again. And like Princess said, we should have all of our needed stuff by the close of work tomorrow. So thank you. You should have a good evening. And you can still like and share this before you go. And I'm going to see you some other time. From here, good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré,